So I'm back for one this time. I get asked all the time, like, where do you find these trucks? Where do you find these cars? So I thought I'd just kind of show you the way I do it. There's basically two platforms I look at if I'm specifically looking for something, especially like a truck or a car. That would be Kijiji or Marketplace. I try harder to put the word out that I'm looking for something like this. But let's say we are going to look for a C10, first gen, second gen, maybe even a third gen. So why don't we first, one of the first things I do is check Marketplace. It's the easy one. I'd go on to Marketplace like you see here. I'd go down to vehicles and then what I would do, so let's say I was looking for a first gen C10. So 1960 to 1966. And then I would have I have a 500-kilometer radius, which is the maximum radius for me. And then we'll take a look at what we got. And I'm looking here, and immediately I come up with a 61. Now, you might be asking, hey, Ron, why don't you put, make and model? Like here, I could put a Chevy in there or a GMC. Well, the thing is, a lot of times people leave that out. So a guy will just put a Chevy or a Chevrolet or a Chev or a GMC or GM. This way, I don't have to worry about it. I'm just going to look at everything in that 7 year run. And yeah, I'm going to have, the odd Monza here or, what's this, 1960 Plymouth. There's a Ford, et cetera, et cetera. But in the meantime, I can just kind of take a look at what's around. So this one here, for example, is in my town. Um, what has this guy got here? These guys, a 2961 Chevy Apache. I'm sure it's 1961 Chevy Apache, two-wheel drive, short box, six-cylinder, three-speed. Some holes in the floor, but the rest of the body's in better shape than average, asking 5,200. Well, I'd have to agree with them. This fender looks pretty good. Those rockers look pretty good. All this stuff looks pretty good. From here, let's have a closer look. I see he's got four pictures total. So the front looks like the right grill. Missing some pieces up here in the hood. Uh, Missing the windshield by the looks of it. A little bit of body work on the fender there. And I don't know. Yeah, it looks okay. I feel like I was gonna buy this one last year from someone else. It's got the horsepower is 500. I'm kind of suspecting that's not quite accurate. I'm not even sure this thing has a motor in it, does it? Oh yeah, it's six-cylinder engine. Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. That's what 5 grand buys you, 61. Myself, I'm not partial to the 60 to 62s, but that's personal preference. This is the truck I used to own before. This actually used to belong to Ron McLean, the hockey announcer for Hockey Night in Canada. Um, Little six-cylinder, four-speed on the floor. Somehow it made its way into Calgary, I believe now. The fellow I sold it to was going to do a restoration on it, but it ended up being Calgary, and this fella put some of these blue fenders on it. It had the original fenders of when I sold it, and then it looks like he just kind of bondoed up the rust and the dents and put some black paint on it. And then he put some blue paint over that, and then he scuffed it down for kind of a Fotina look. So he put the black paint on and then scuffed through to the red below. I don't know, either you like it or you don't. It's just painted right over the dents and whatnot. Again, either you like it or you don't. Um, I don't know. It would have been good to kind of fix this door before you bondoed it and painted it, in my opinion. But maybe you like that. Again, more dents. I don't know why the inside of the box didn't get paint, but it didn't. And that's the end. Well, not the end, I guess. Some more here. I'm not sure. This is just a piece of sheet metal that's, I don't know. Um, Kind of looks like it. Yeah, just kind of laying in there. and that's a square body seat, I believe. There's the front fender, and we're back around again. So that one's 6,500 bucks. I sold that truck probably 3 years ago for 2,500 bucks, and that's what's happened to it. Gone up by 4 grand and probably 80 bucks worth of flat black on there. Here's a 63 GMC. I've been watching this truck. I think it started life out as 5 grand on here. It's all the way down to 2,000 bucks. Don't think this is a runner. Yeah, it does not run, but look at the body. It's not bad. And it's a killer color. Like a lot of people really like that color, and I'm one of those people. You get the fawn interior and then that kind of like turquoisey kind of color on the outside. I like it. This is a good one too. Like a lot of this stuff I've seen before because I'm always on Marketplace looking for the first gen, second gen trucks. But this guy's a 64. It's a half ton. It's a two-wheel drive, three in the tree, overall good shape, running ready for the restore. Not much work required. All parts are available. Downsizing projects, and it's Alberta registered. Runs, but and could drive, but missing a bracket in the drum brakes. Okay, so this is a runner, a driver, but needs some work. I don't know. I like this color too. Uh, that door, those dents in the door, that's what happens when you're that little latch on lock breaks and the door swings open all the way and it hits this cowl piece on the fender. That's the dent you get. It's pretty typical in the second gen or the first gen C10. Um, Box side looks repairable, same as this fender. I would repair it and run it. I'd do the rockers. These things always need rockers. Interior looks okay. Gives us a better look at the side. I'd run it. Under the hood, inline six, I would pull it. Passenger side looks better than driver's side. It looks like something's parked here. Otherwise, we'd get a better picture of that side. Yeah, something is there. Yeah, get that thing out of there. Anyway, that thing is 2,500 bucks for running, driving, Alberta registered. If you're from Alberta, that is. That's a killer deal. Let's keep going. What do we got here? 1960 2,500. So this is in Cold Lake. It's a 236 inline six with a Weber conversion. The brakes work good. Has PTO that works. Updated rims and tires. Okay. This is a runner and a driver? Kind of sounds like it. Oh boy, that GMC hood. Those are something else, aren't they? You love them or you hate them. There's not too many people that are lukewarm to that. Okay, there's your Weber card. Yeah, it's you can tell the 60, 61, and 62 because they got this set up for the master cylinder. That's a clutch slave. It runs down to the clutch, and they share the same unit there. That's the clutch slave and the master cylinder all in one. Some wheels and tires, I guess. Oh, it looks like he got some newer wheels and tires, just like he said. Threw a little paint on the frame there. I got the four on the floor, and we're back around. 2 grand. Probably worth every bit of 2 grand if you got a need for it, I suppose. What else do we got here? Um, yeah, this thing here. So this one's pretty close to my house, actually. This is $5,000. It does not run. It is a 64. I do like the color. It's a big back window, but to me, it's priced a little more than it maybe should be. I don't think it's a $5,000 truck as it doesn't run. It's got the big back window, but I suppose if you're into big back windows, it's got some rot up in the over the windshield, and I don't know what's going on with the floor, but my guess is they're not in great shape because they got this stuff on there. Um, that rocker looks pretty good from up here. I don't know what it looks like down there. The bottom of this fender shot. The door's got the typical rust in there. And from what I can see, that rocker's got issues. But I don't know. There's a hood lock. We don't really see those too much anymore, but there was a time when everyone would steal your battery, so you needed that. There's another shot of the interior. Doesn't look terrible. And there's your big back window. That's the money shot. That's what 5 grand buys you. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, panel truck. Do you guys remember that panel truck I did? I did a 66, the Shortcut Express, and it had these windows in it, and I welded them up and did a little paint on there, and I had a 292 4-speed, and I put a fuel injection sniper kit on there. I put some cool wheels and tires. I thought it was cool anyway, and it actually sold for the same money this thing's up for. So this thing does have a V8 under the hood, so that's where the magic is on this one. I think you're paying for that drivetrain. It's got headers and it's good exhaust. Somebody slapped some buckets in there. Okay. Over the windshield looks pretty good on this one. Um, and yeah, what does he got to say about it? Truck now has front clip, inner fenders attached. That's always nice. Has a freshly built 350, which runs beautifully. Made it to an automatic transmission. Has brand new long tube headers, brand new chrome brake booster installed, 2 bucket seats mounted in the truck, brand new wiring harness installed, and working. Very good starter truck. All the truck would need to be roadworthy is a drive shaft and a gas tank. All right, cool. I think it's a little overpriced. This one here is priced a little more reasonably. In my opinion, it's a 65. Basically the same truck. This one has a 327. It's not stuck. It's an automatic transmission. Lots of spare parts inside, fenders and outers. Too much to list. Let's take a look at these pictures. So, um, it is a panel truck. It's got these windows cut into it. I hate that, but most of them do because they're like looking in the back of a cave if you don't have the windows. So windows really brighten it up in there. Look how thick this Bondo is back here. But you know what? You can take box sights and put them on. Guys do it all the time. What do we got here? All right, so you got the barn doors out back. More windows on this side. That one I had 4 windows. So it takes a little time to weld it up, but it's not a bunch of money or anything. And yeah, that's that. Okay. I think it's I think that one's a good buy actually at 35. This guy here has been available for a couple weeks and it's 1,200 bucks and it's a 62. I'm really surprised nobody snatched it up. Don't get me wrong, it's not like, you know, anything we can't live without. That thing's missing a window there. I don't know what it's like over top the windshield. Should include those pictures. The floors are rotted out of it. It's got a 6-cylinder, and it looks like people are robbing parts under the hood. So the brake master's gone. So you got no clutch, you got no brakes. Um, it's not a good look when people are pulling parts off of a vehicle because it makes it look like there's no hope for it. Door's not terrible, but again, somebody's pulling door handles off and stuff. So almost gives it a discarded parts truck kind of feel. Yeah, pretty rotted. Hood looks okay, but this is all Bondo up here and here. Somebody's just bondoing up dents. Same as this fender, it's been bondoed up, and I don't know. It is what it is. It's just $1,200 truck. If you're looking to get into a first gen C10, this is a cheap way to do it. What else we got here? Mm, Oh yeah, this one in Vulcan. Look at this thing. So this thing is a 292. It's all been rebuilt. It's got I think it's a 700R4 transmission behind it. It's got power steering. Like you don't see that on 292s every day, right? So that's kind of a different touch. The automatic is kind of nice. It is a big back window truck. Overdrive transmission. It's got new paint or good paint at least. I don't know if you're into it. It's a good looking truck, I suppose. Not everybody likes that pig nosed front end either, though. Like these two guys. But I don't know. As far as these go, that's pretty good. What else we got here? Maybe we should just that's a 1 ton. Blah blah blah. You know what? Let's move on over to Kijiji. Show you what I do there. So So on this one here, what I do is I just put in the years. Here, you know what? Before we go, let's just do a quick one for 67 to oh, 67 to 72. Come on, 72. So this will bring up um, the second gen C10s and GMCs, and it'll bring up the Fords and the Dodges and everything else too. But what I'm looking for right now is just C10 stuff, or GMC stuff, I suppose. And this guy's selling a bunch of parts. Where is he? Mountain View. Mountain View. Why do I know that guy? I know that guy. Anyway, yeah, he's got a bunch of parts. Cool. I might have to go back and check that one. There's a 68 GMC. Okay. There's a 70 GMC. $4,000. Oh, Westlock. Let's take a look at that one. Yeah, I've seen enough. Let's keep looking here. 25,000 for 3/4 ton. Wow. There's a 68 Chevy. Oh, it's a 1 ton. 15,000. Wow. It's a lot of money. You got a little picker on the back. Oh, a little winch down there. Oh, and a dump. All right. Kind of neat. I don't know who needs it for that kind of money, but if you do, it's a cool little truck. My buddy sent me this one. It looks like an old welder's rig or some sort of a service truck. It's got these nice, cool little service boxes on the back. Got stacks for exhaust. Got a cool look. It's a 1970. It's a V8, which is nice. 4-speed, which is nice. On the back here, it's got a nice deck to work off of. It's got a vise there, place to throw your welder or what have you. Big slip tank back there. Yeah, I don't know. It's a 1 ton. It's a cool truck if you're into it. Not everybody is. 2,500 bucks. That's pretty good. What else do we got here? Sorry, guys, I'm shopping, but this is the kind of stuff. Like this is why I do it this way because you can see all these different names and GMC and Chev and Chevrolet and blah blah blah. So it's a good way to kind of catch stuff that maybe you'd miss. If you got tips on how maybe I'm missing stuff or if I'm leaving something on the table, here's a short box. 68 GMC short box. Short boxes, they're getting tough to find in good shape. They're getting tough to find in rough shape. These guys are building them, right? And if you can't build one, guys will just make one out of a long box. How do you feel about that? Here's the thing. I don't really mind it so much. So in Kijiji, I go to classic cars. And then I'll go down here and I'll put in the years. I think let's go with that 1967 to 1972. Apply. So again, this will pull up other cars, other trucks, um, short boxes, long boxes, projects, car show winners, the whole 9 yards. When it comes to a short box, here's the way I feel about it. If you're building it for yourself, it really doesn't matter. Build yourself. You want to take a long box and cut it down into a short box? Okay, build it. I don't blame you. I prefer a short box. If you're gonna build a long box, or sorry, if you're gonna take a long box, cut it down to a short box and sell it and tell the new owner he's buying a short box that was made from a long box. Hey, again, I got no problem with that. Give her because if I'm the buyer, I actually don't have a problem with it. I'm a welding inspector, so I'd take a look, and if your welding was good, who cares? But there's people that care, and there's people who don't want that. So if you are going to do that, you just got to be honest when it comes time to sell. And most of us, like myself, I wouldn't care. Um, I think most people wouldn't care. but some people thinks it really hurts the value. Whatever. Maybe it does to some people, and to those people, probably will leave more trucks out there for me, I guess. Anyway, a 71 Blazer. Where'd this come from? Hold on, guys. Hold the fort. We gotta take a look at this. $2,500. Come on. Come on. There's no way. Okay, that's got to be a scam, right? Doesn't it? Let's see what these got to say. Runs, drives, stops. Come see it. Frame is good. Floors could use work. Ah, come on. Kingston, Ontario. Not a chance. Get out of here. That's a scam. That has to be a scam, doesn't it? Yeah, that's a scam. Don't don't go looking that up. Do me a favor. Don't look that up. Camaro. Where's our trucks? You know what? Let's just type in short box. It's really, or I could type in C10, or I could type in GMC. Um, but I'm just looking for short boxes right now. So here's a 70 short box for 48,000. Um, yeah. Let's be honest, I don't have 48,000. There's 21,000. Okay. Well, I don't know. Is that a $21,000 truck? Looks clean. There's no drivetrain. Okay. Got some notes there. I think if I got to spend over $20,000, I should feel like I could test drive it. Maybe I'm wrong. $48,000 again. Yeah, sure. Looks like a nice truck. Okay. A little out of my league. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Oh, I think I just clicked on the same one again. Yeah, these. I don't think you're getting a short box. I think I need to make my own. There's a 67 for 12K. It has no drivetrain either, but at least it's only 12K instead of 21.5. Um, this one I looked at is just the frame and the front clip for $1,000. Here's a 68. 67 and 68 are my favorites. 67 being my favorite a little bit more because it's kind of a 1 year only kind of truck. What do we got here? Um, yeah, nice new paint. Looks like a small block Chevy. Interior looks okay. Not knock your socks off, but nothing wrong with that. What does he say about it? 68 short box, frame off, original frame. Okay. New AC. Oh, we've got air conditioning. That's kind of nice. 327, turbo 350, power steering, power brakes. Okay, cool. 37,000. That's a lot of money. Okay. And is that the end of it? That's the end of it throughout Canada for 67 to 72 short boxes. Okay, so if you wanted to open this up and just say C10s or just say, actually, I wouldn't do that. I would just go with that year and I would just filter through all the cars and trucks and just hit my stuff. But if you really want to get some action, and if you're really looking for a good deal, and you're looking for something that nobody else is looking at, a wanted ad is the best way to go. I typically will put up a wanted ad. And, I don't know, in this case, I'd put up wanted 67 to 72, Chevy or GMC, short box, blah, blah, blah. Closer to Edmonton, the better, but would travel for the right vehicle. And they'll come in and there will be scammers and there will be good ones. And the nice thing is nobody else is looking at them. So you can kind of take your time, go see it on the weekend, go see it tomorrow night. Don't panic and throw 500 bucks down to some scammer. If a guy demands a deposit, just walk away. I know it's not easy sometimes, but sometimes that's what you got to do. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me on this one. If you hung around this long, do me a favor, think about subscribing. I got some pretty cool trucks coming up. I got some projects going on in the garage right now. I'll be back next week. I got some consoles to do. I got the 56 Chevy is in the garage right now. I got the 63. We got to do some stuff to that to get it ready because it's got to go to make room for yet another vehicle. And we'll be doing a walk around on that one here soon as well. All right, thanks for sticking around. Click my likey thingy, throw me a comment, let me know what you think. Tell me what you do when you're looking for vehicles, because maybe I'm leaving some stuff on the table myself. Thanks for hanging out. We'll catch you on the next one.